let's get things started with your national days of the week. Tomorrow, domani, mañana, Monday, May the 4th, is National Orange Juice Day. It is very important to get your OJ. To get your OJ on, some would say. You got to get that vitamin C inside of you. It's the only way to prevent the scurvy. I don't drink a lot of orange juice. I can't help but notice that when there is orange juice in the fridge, it will usually last a long time. I'm not sure. I take a lot of medications. I'm not sure what can and cannot react with medications that I take. I am for sure that grapefruit and grapefruit juice is off the menu. I'm not allowed to have that because something bad happens if you're taking all the medication I take and you have the grapefruits. And I'm assuming that, that probably holds true with oranges and tangerines and other sweet and delicious scurvy abating products. So, I might have a sip. I might have a taste. I don't have a glass. I don't have a quart or a pint or a liter. I just have a sip. Just a little sip. Because I need the vitamin C. Because as I've said many, many times over the years, sailors don't be getting scurvy. Not on my watch. That's not happening. Think about that on Monday, May the 4th, National Orange Juice Day. Tuesday, May the 5th, is National Hoagie Day. That's right. Hoagie, sub. Mr. Taney's watching. Hold on, let me get back over here. I don't know why I can't see your comments yet. A hoagie, a sub, a hero, a sandwich. I don't know. What other names are there for hoagies? Those are the only ones I can think of. I had a little bodega around the corner from my house in Brooklyn, and I would go there and I would just get a ham and cheese hero, and they would heat it and they would put some garden stuff on top of it, and it was the best. It was the best imaginable ever that you could believe in. So tasty and delicious. I almost got murdered coming back from that same bodega. Another story for another time. I am curious as to Grinder. Grinder's a good one, yes. Not just an app. It's also a sandwich. What is your favorite hoagie combination? What things go in between the bread that make it the most awesome? I'm curious. And Wednesday, May 6th, is National Crêpe Suzette Day. Now, I don't know who Suzette is, but I think they should move Crêpe Suzette Day to, instead of May the 6th, to May the 4th. Because Crêpe Suzette is a crêpe. It's a crêpe with a lot of orange accoutrements. It's got some orange zest. It's got some orange flavors. And it's usually flambéed with an orange liqueur. And May the 4th is National Orange Juice Day. And if you took Crêpe Suzette Day and you made it May the 4th, oh, May the 4th be with you. I forgot about Star Wars. Anyway. I'm not a fan of crepes because they're just super thin pancakes. That's all they are. And I like my pancakes normal sized. But I took my lovely wife to Paris, Well, we had some crepes in the opera district, and I had crepes con, I don't know how the French say, with Nutella. It gets the juices flowing right off the bat. Right off the bat, it gets the juices flowing. I loved my crepe with Nutella. Looks like crap with Nutella. But I haven't had any crepe Suzettes. But I like oranges, and I kind of like thin pancakes if they're flavored well. And I definitely love things that are flambéed. So I'm going to try to find a way on Wednesday, May the 6th, to have me some National Crepe Suzette Days. Thursday, May the 7th, is National Tourism Day. It's surprising that economies that have made their bank, they've made a lot of money on being a tourist place, are now anti-tourist. They go out of their way. A great example, Orlando, Florida. In America, one of the most visited places by tourists that there is. You got your New York City. You got your Hollywood, California, and you got your Orlando, Florida. But what do they do in Orlando to make you not want to go there? They overprice everything. Everything is incredibly overpriced. And there's so many additional taxes that they add on just to the people that are tourists. Like, if you're a Florida resident, you don't have to pay some of the taxes that an outsider would have to pay. And if you're a Florida resident, you get discounted on ticket prices to the attractions that a foreigner would not get. You have to get these special discounted prices. And it's not just the United States where this is happening. If you go just about anywhere in the world, they're upcharging everything. You want to go to see you want to go to the top of the Eiffel Tower? Well, that's going to cost you way more than it should for an elevator ride. You want to go to Venice? You want to go up and down the canals? You want to have a good time? No, they're going to overcharge you there too. And God forbid you take a cruise ship out of Venice, because there's a lot of people protesting the cruise ships that leave out of Venice. So let's see if you understand this correctly on Thursday, May the 7th, National Tourism Day, so that you understand, if you're a person in power, if you have the ability to change things, the people come to your city and they do all of the things inside your city before they get on a cruise ship. And the cruise ship sails gently down the Grand Canal. It makes no bigger wake than the taxis. The water taxis. It makes no bigger wake than a gondola. It creeps slowly down the Grand Canal. And then it disappears off into the sunset. And then it comes back to your city, where it offloads those passengers and unloads more passengers who were spending time in your city. If you are in control of a city that has tourist capabilities, do not pee off the tourist. They're going to make you money. They're going to make you tons and tons of money. You're in Venice, and you need to buy some. You need to buy some clogs. I forgot to pack my sandals, so I had to have some. One of the ones that I make fun of all the time that straight men shouldn't wear, they're rubbery, and male nurses love to wear them. Crocs. Yeah. I bought some overpriced Crocs in Venice. I still have them right over there. I just saw them within the last day or two, and it reminded me. Anyway, if you're in a place where tourism is the thing, don't go out of your way to not make it a thing anymore. And think about that on Thursday, May the 7th. National Tourism Day. Friday, May the 8th, is National Military Spouse Appreciation Day. I have a hard time appreciating military spouses. It's only because I got such a bad taste in my mouth. No, look, man. Let's get it out there. There's a ton of military spouses that are doing the thing that they need to do. And what does a military spouse need to do? Support their partner. See, I saw where the wording was going there. It's a spouse, not a wife. Spouse. If you are lucky enough to be a dependent husband and your spouse gets deployed, you got to support your spouse getting deployed. And supporting your spouse means not banging the entire neighborhood while they're gone. That's the opposite of spouse appreciation. But it is, unfortunately, one of the many, many things that happen. It's so funny to me, personally, that when I was young and time and distance hadn't really set a place in my brain yet, but when I was young, a 6-month deployment was the end of the world. 6 months deployed away? 6 months? But now I've grown older and time and distance have spatiality. 6 months? I can do 6 months. 6 months? That's a piece of cake. Where do you need me to go? I can do 6 months anywhere you need me to go. I can do it now. And I did so much more than 6 months. I did a lot of away time. Not really the recommended when it comes to being a family man. I don't recommend away time, but I did because it's what put food on the table. And what I found is, although they may have missed me, and although I may not have been there for their cognitive years, they didn't starve to death. So I miss being away from my family, but I was also feeding my family. And I didn't receive all of the military spouse appreciation I should have received because of other circumstances. But if you know anyone, and you know who I think's got it the best? National Guard spouses. I think you got it pretty good. Because, I mean, really, not only is it part-time, it's really part-time. It's part-time. And until they deploy. Anyway, I might have a bad taste in my mouth. That's not true. Let's correct this real quickly. Technically, I'm still with a military spouse. And she is the best thing that ever happened to me. And she makes my life happy. So take a moment out of your time on Friday, May the 8th. To congratulate, to celebrate, to otherwise appreciate military spouses. Saturday, May the 9th, is National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Somebody paid for that. In order to get a National Day of the Week, you have to pay the big national. You got to pay money to do these things. Unless it's Mother's Day, I guess. I don't think you have to pay for that one. But anyway, somebody paid. Somebody went out of their way to make National Lost Sock Memorial Day a thing. And I think it's stupid. And I'm going to say it out loud. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Why is it stupid? I'll further explain. You are not a rich person, but you can act like one. You can live like one. And the way to do that is, number one, today, go to your sock drawer and throw them all away. Throw every sock, well, don't do it today. First, order some new socks, and then second, throw all of your socks away. Or give them away to the Goodwills or the community chest. I don't know. Give them away to somebody that could use them. But anyway, when you have socks, one type of sock and one type of sock only. And do not care if people make fun of you for wearing black socks while wearing sandals while you're in Florida. It's okay. Or black socks where you're wearing white shoes. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not a fashionista. What you are is a black sock wearing person, because black socks go with everything except brown shoes. Brown shoes are stupid. The only time you wear brown shoes is when you have a brown purse. And if you're a man and you wear brown shoes and your khakis, you should be matching it with your purse. Black shoes, black socks. Black socks go with everything. And the way to avoid National Lost Sock Memorial Day is buy only one flavor sock, and that's it. You don't even have to fold them anymore. You don't have to pair them up. If you only buy one version of socks, you just throw the socks in the sock drawer. And if one goes astray, one goes missing, you don't even notice because, you got socks. And you go into the sock drawer of all like socks and you pull out two. You got a pair. Never had to fold them. Never had to sort them. You just got two socks of the same type. I am such a huge fan of this mentality, this philosophy that I came up with, that I am very much anti-National Lost Sock Memorial Day. Sunday, May 10th, is National Scrimps Day. You know what them scrimps be? You know you like them scrimps. One of our favorite places in Florida to shop was Publix. And it took me a long time to realize that if you go to Publix and you buy some scrimps, you can have them seasoned scrimps for you. So I'd buy, a pound of scrimps, and I'd give them to the person. I'd say, "Okay, do the thing you do with the Old Bay." And yeah, sure, go shopping and come on back. We'll have it ready for you. And I would go shopping and I'd come back and they had it ready for me. And my scrimps were heated and seasoned with Old Bay. And they had a bunch of different flavors, but Old Bay was my favorite. I love some scrimps. I don't eat enough. I really don't eat enough of the roaches of the sea. What is it? Chicken of the sea is what they call tuna. And shrimp is roaches of the sea. I really enjoyed living in Charleston, where I could go and get my own scrimps. I would cast the net. I was so good I could smoke and cast the net at the same time. I was so good at net casting, and I would catch so much scrimps. And we would eat those scrimps, and they were delightful and delicious. I am going to find a way on Sunday, May the 10th, whether it's going to be going to the Dead Mobster, I think they still have all-you-can-eat scrimps, or going to the Chinese buffet. Sunday, May the 10th, I'm getting some scrimps inside my belly. That's what I'm going to do. And you should too, on National Shrimp Day.